I would now like to take the opportunity and honor to invite the Minister for Energy and Mineral Development, Honorable Dr. Canon Ruth Nankabirwa, to speak to us. She will also recognize her colleagues. Honorable Minister, from here on, we're handing over to you to handle the rest of it. We shall be right behind you.
His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Ruto, the Right Honorable First Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Rebecca Kadaga, who is also the Minister of East African Affairs, and woman Member of Parliament for Kamuli District. My colleagues, ministers from Kenya and your entire delegation, my colleagues, ministers from Uganda, my colleagues, members of Parliament, our religious leaders, our cultural leaders, Permanent Secretary, our Chairman of David Group of Companies, the resident district commissioners, and all the local leaders present, Tororo District, which is hosting us, and all of you people of God. Allow me, first of all, recognize the presence of the following ministers. I've mentioned the Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga, Honorable Obos, who is the Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, Honorable Fiona Nyamtoro, my Minister of State for Mineral Development, Honorable Evelyn Anite, Minister of State for Investment, Honorable Magode Ikuya, Minister of State for East African Affairs, Honorable Fred Gume, Minister of State for Cooperatives, coming from the Minister of Trade, Honorable Nambozo, Minister of State for Karamoja, and Honorable Okasai Sidronius Opolot, Minister of State for Energy. Thank you for coming, and it is my distinct honor to address you, Your Excellencies, on this historic occasion of the groundbreaking ceremony of the David Iron and Steel Plant here in Tororo District. This is a landmark. It's a very historical event in Uganda's industrialization journey and significant milestone in the implementation of the government strategy on the mineral value addition, guided by the government's tenfold growth strategy, our National Development Plan 4, the National Industrial Policy, and our Vision 2040, that, among others, seek to convert these raw resources into manufactured goods, to create jobs and foster sustainable economic growth, of course coming with technology transfer to the people of Uganda. Your Excellencies, the goal of my Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development is to achieve mineral-based industrialization, realizing value from petroleum resources, and expand access to electricity and clean energy. And to achieve the goal, we have formulated policies and we have put in place a robust legal and regulatory framework, including the Mining and Minerals Act of 2022, the Mining and Minerals Licensing Regulations of 2023, and the artisanal and small-scale mining regulations of 2025 to guide the development of the Uganda's mineral sector. Under your visionary leadership, Your Excellency, the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development signed a mineral development agreement with Devik Steel Mills Uganda Limited and the National Cement Company. This was done on the 2nd of April, 2025. This agreement represents a shared commitment between Uganda and Kenya in the development of a regional iron and steel industry, which is anchored on principles of value addition, job creation, and sustainable resource utilization. This, in addition to other regional projects that include the East African Pipeline and the natural gas pipeline that are being jointly developed with Tanzania, the extension of the refined products pipeline from Kenya to Kampala, which will eventually go up to Kigali in Rwanda. This partnership is testament to the strides being made to strengthen the East African Community Region cooperation through trade and commercial diplomacy. At this juncture, allow me to take this opportunity to appreciate His Excellency, Dr. William Ruto, for your support, sir. And I would like to thank the Cabinet Secretary, my counterpart, James Opio Wadai. I'm just coming from Kenya, where we had strong discussions rotating around these projects that I have mentioned. But your word has been heard, and this Cabinet Secretary and the entire team are making sure that we implement your vision, Your Excellency, Dr. William Ruto, and Your Excellency, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Asante sana. Thank you so much for making us comfortable when we come to do work in Kenya. Your Excellencies, the history of iron ore in Uganda is deeply tied to its good geological environment and the development of its mining potential over the years. Uganda's iron and ore industry holds immense potential for economic transformation. From 30 million tons of high-grade iron ore reserves that was mapped in Moko in the 1960s, we have now estimated over 318 million tons of hematite with average grade of 65% iron in southwestern Uganda, and about 111 million tons of magnetite with average of 50% iron in eastern Uganda, with inferred resources of over 1 billion tons of iron ore that positions Uganda as a key player in the region's steel industry. Following the signing of the agreement, the ministry issued Devik 4 exploration licenses from Rwanda, from Kisoro, and from Kabale districts. The company commenced exploration works to quantify additional resources that can support the operation of the steel plant. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the people of Kigezi region, and I'm made to understand that they are represented here. I want to thank you so much for having captured the vision of Uganda in as far as exploitation of these mineral ores are concerned. Thank you so much. Let me also caution those who think that you will hold on licenses which are non-compliant that gone are days when people used to hold licenses for 20 years. I now cancel them to give them to more serious investors like David so that the country can benefit. In fulfillment of the government's policy on value addition, we are glad that David has secured land rights here in Tororo for the construction of the iron steel plant, which will have a capacity of 600,000 tons of steel annually, and the plant will process raw iron ore into pig iron with up to 94.99% purity, and further into steel billets and various steel products. The billets will be the raw materials for manufacturing steel bars, wire products, coils, plates, angle bars, and many other finished steel products within the country. This partnership reflects Uganda's vision of industrial transformation, of adding value to our national resources, creating employment for our youth, and strengthening our manufacturing base. Once operational, this will be the third iron and steel plant in Uganda, alongside Tembo's integrated plant in Iganga and Abyssinia's plant in Jinja. The Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development remains fully committed to support David Steel Mills Uganda Limited and the National Cement Company in the implementation of the Mineral Development Agreement, and has supported the company in acquisition of prerequisite licenses, permits, and sensitization of local leaders and communities in areas where exploration has commenced. The goal is to ensure that this project delivers tangible benefits for the region. And I would like to thank the chairman, Mr. Guru, for the success and the commitment that you have displayed here before all of us. We have high hopes in you. Our support is assured. Your Excellency, to support the development of the mineral sector and growth of the economy, the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, working with other relevant government bodies, has committed to the undertaking of the following interventions. 1, to provide necessary assistance to private sector by enabling them access baseline geological and mineral data. To also enhance infrastructure access, such as electricity, roads, and water, necessary for mining projects. We will continue to carry out and disseminate geological and geochemical and geophysical surveys to acquire more information on Uganda's mineral resources. The actions will continue to provide a basis for such interventions. We will enhance national participation in the development of the mineral sector through Uganda National Mining Company that shall take 15% equity stake on the strategic projects. We will also strengthen the legal and regulatory framework, as well as the human and institutional capacity to monitor such projects. Your Excellency, Uganda has done well in making sure that we have the regulations and the critical legal regime that is acquired internationally. And we are receiving delegations that come here to benchmark. 2 days ago, we had the organization of the African Geological Survey holding their 17th annual general meeting for the first time in East Africa, taking place here in Uganda. Then a day after that, we had the Polish-Uganda Mining Conference, where we were enhancing our relationship with Poland. And I want to thank you for the guidance as the chair of cabinet. And I want to thank my cabinet colleagues and parliament for the support. I wish to commend David Steel Mills under the leadership of the chairman, Mr. Nankabirwa, for choosing Uganda as an investment destination. I thank my technical team, led by Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, for the support that you have rendered to the company, and to all stakeholders, local leaders, and the communities. Thank you so much for making this vision a reality. And as I conclude, Your Excellencies, I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to our President, His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for your visionary leadership, and to your counterpart, His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, for the continued partnerships and support. As I conclude, just to remind you that in April last year, you commissioned the steel milling plant, the steel smelting plant in RUTO in Mbarara. That was 2024. In August this year, 2025, you were in Busia to commission the Wagagai mining, a mining which has seen $250 million US being invested. We are here today in November witnessing groundbreaking of a steel and iron plant, which is going to serve the entire region. Ugandans, these gains must be protected. I wish to end here by wishing you journey mercies, and I take this opportunity to invite my colleague, my senior Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga, who is wearing bigger shoes than myself, to come and invite you, Your Excellency. Thank you so much. Long live Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Long live His Excellency Dr. William Ruto. Long live East Africa. Long live Kenya. Long live Uganda. For God and my
all present, Your Excellency, President Yoweri Museveni, Your Excellency, President William Ruto, I want to welcome you to this very, very important